Here's Bryant. He's really flipped the script with his performance here in the second half. To the inside. The bump, the drive. Oh! Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella.
Hey, Chad, we back on 2K10. I was supposed to get on this hoe earlier, but I had a busy day. So, yeah. It's 1:22 in the morning. Y'all already know what it is. Chat, we did it. Barry made it out to D-League. Chat, we at Knicker Bopper. New York, baby. Hey, look, I went in for last game. I won my last game, chat. That won my stats. That won my previous game stats. But we're gonna make this a 2-hour video, chat, so y'all lock in with me, you feel me? You get what you need to, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned, you feel me? Get you some snacks, something to drink, you know what I'm saying? Get your mind right, whatever you partake in, you feel me? I ain't judging, I'm just letting you know. This video gonna be a long one, so. 0 fouls. Let me match up to 2 points. It's crazy work.
Let's check out the Sprite Ice Cold keys to the game. As we take a look at the Knicks, Clark, what should they keep in mind?
Kevin, one player who could be the X factor is Luol Deng, so they can't lose track of him. Over the last few games, he's been playing very well. He's rebounding at an impressive rate.
Magician comes in off the bench for his first playing time in an official NBA game.
Well, he hasn't solidified himself yet in the NBA, but this is a guy that I think has a chance to be a solid pro. I don't think he'll ever be a star, but if he can maintain the right work ethic and attitude,
they got me guarding Rose,
I think there's a place in the league for him.
Here's Deng, averaging 16 points a game.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
First game of the NBA, and they got
dump
me
off
at
to Chandler.
One chat. Look at the respect I get.
To Villanueva. Thomas is there. Here's Villanueva. Gets it to the ball.
Okay.
He's got 7.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Heinrich. Hughes covering. It's hauled in by Villanueva.
Couldn't can it that time. If you keep taking it to the rack like that, good things will happen for you.
Magician scores his first basket in the NBA. Now here's Heinrich. The turnaround Jay.
That's a pretty move there, Kevin. I like how he set that one up. He got the defender on his heels and then busted the quick turnaround.
And the Knicks with the ball. They lead by 4.
Yeah, my shit locked up, check.
Picked by Lee. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Magician. Good from 11 feet out.
Basketball
They're really doing a nice job, a really good job of getting everything they want in this quarter. Just good, solid basketball.
Rose with the ball. Averaging 24 points per contest.
He cooked me.
Plays it right in. And so here's New York. 4-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
I don't think they brought the kind of intensity they needed to. They had a slow offense and really were a non-factor on defense.
Villanueva with it. Thomas is on it. The jump hook, almost a 3-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for 2. Titus Thomas picks one up, and the story we've seen here from the field, impressive shooting, getting off to a tremendous start.
Boy, Kevin, this is the kind of offensive rhythm that can set you on a nice course. I mean, they definitely want to keep that momentum going.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Last game matched up with the Magic, a tough loss there.
They really didn't give themselves much of a chance, Kevin. By the fourth quarter, it was
Somebody
pretty much
stop him.
No good. So the Knicks will take it the other way. Last time they met in New York.
Look at what they did in the fourth quarter.
But I thought I got
they just went to sleep. Totally non-committal basketball. They are
0 turnovers. Zero fouls. Say less.
allowed the big comeback.
Rose with the ball. Here's Miller. The steal by Magician.
That's a mistake your team doesn't need.
Leads him with the pass. Chandler's shot good.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish
Hey,
inside.
look, he ain't got no goddamn stamina, chat. They were cold.
Great anticipation.
There go, baby. Catch up to
Magician
me.
gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Rose.
That lane for a lane. Left hand, baby.
We'll see a new set here for the Knicks. No good. And they don't get the
Chad.
three-point
That's my
play.
first free throw to NBA, Chad.
Here comes Rose. Here's
No.
Henry. Trains the open jumper.
Never mind, Chad.
And here is 4. They're leading by 8. Top of the key. Here's Villanueva. Trains it for 3. 12 points for him.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
No difference.
Heinrich in close. Finishes with the soft touch.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter. Doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Damn, I'm trying to sit you.
Hook loose. And here's Thomas. Rose, baseline. Misses the buzzer beater. The Knicks with the early lead.
Well, they've been getting out on the break and finding easy buckets. You got to give them credit. They've been working their tails off.
And welcome back. We're glad you're with us. The second quarter should begin in just a moment. Rose with the ball. This Thursday, there's more hoops going on. We'll see Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be playing host to the visiting Boston Celtics. It'll get rolling at 7:30 Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch.
And so here is New York after the miss by the Bulls.
Been moved into shit, chat. His ass sat on me.
Lee's got it. He's against Miller. Baseline jumper. Lee gets the bucket.
He's typically not the first or even the second
Niggas do
option
not
on
miss when
offense,
I'm in goddamn
but you
position
need
for
your
a
role
rebound,
players
Chad.
to hit shots when they're called upon.
Rose with the ball. Swing pass. Right wing. Here's Salmons. To Miller. Connects off the screen. Nice shot by the 12th-year veteran out of Purdue. Here's Magician. Nails it from the low block. 8 points for him.
That's
He
a
thought
good
it was
look.
over with
Very
every
nice.
pass. But I was still there.
Here's Miller. And the rebound goes to Villanueva. The Knicks with the lead. Lee from the right block. Kept alive. Villanueva with the bucket.
Nice. Big momentum builders, those second chance points.
Dumps it off. Salmons. And it'll go the other way. The Bulls put it over. Playing as a team
knew it was
so
supposed to be a
crucial.
block.
Let's see the NBA's best. A look at Chicago.
Hey,
Third
I've
in the
seen that I
NBA.
don't want to see
This
it.
is a team that gets great enjoyment out of making the pass that leads to the score. As a matter of fact, they like giving the ball up more than they like scoring it themselves. They really rely on each other and trust in each other at the offensive end.
Chicago on D. They trail by 11. To number 7. Buries the short-range jumper.
It was a
10
layup,
points for
okay?
him.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for
He
him.
thought he was
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. Quickly, let's check out the Eastern Conference standings. The season in full bloom.
The
Taking a look
Hawks
at
is
New York.
number one,
Down to the
Chad.
bottom of the
33-19, bro. That's the team
fans
I
hope
wanted
they
to
can turn it around and show
Yo,
some
where did it go
improvement.
to,
And of
Chad?
course, the Chicago Bulls. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference. And it's the Bulls with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Thomas, that's good.
Those are the shot opportunities you want, right in the lane.
New York with the ball. And looking forward to next Sunday, it'll be Carmelo Anthony and the Denver Nuggets. The Boston Celtics come into town. Things get going at 1:30 Eastern time.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right. And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the score by New York. Got a piece of it.
No fucking way.
Here's Pargo on the inside. And the Knicks with the ball. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Here's Curry.
Disrespect.
Boom!
That's exactly the way you practice. Hit the open man for the great look.
And here are the Bulls now. Chicago calls timeout.
I didn't get a buck after my first steal, but I got an assist. And then on the very next play, my teammate got the steal, got me the buck off his assist. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I got a buck after my first steal. You know what I'm saying?
Some adjustments here for the Bulls.
Locked in. Fucking timeout.
New York on D. Pargo gently drops it in.
Great execution on the inbounds play. They get the basket.
That's just cool.
Here's Villanueva. Scooped up. Here's Curry. Counted. The rebound pays off. He has 6.
Great on the boards here. I mean, they're really working that glass, leading to a jump and second chance points, which oftentimes can lead to wins.
Rose with the ball. Selman kisses it off the glass and in.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
Lee in the posts. Thomas is on him. Here's Curry. Connects from in close.
Beautiful, beautiful pass. Well executed there.
Here's Pargo. Drains it from short range.
He did a great job there to get his shot off against the taller defender. That's a nice play.
Get off.
Villanueva. Lee stifles the shot. Here comes Rose.
Shoot it, nigga.
Here's Ford. Can't get the buzzer beater. The Knicks
have been red hot offensively.
Yeah, but we've still got 2 quarters to play. Anything can happen. The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. The score, 41-28. Now it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. Hello and welcome back. We're glad you're with us. The NBA so many times comes down to a game of runs, and we'll see if a run here will turn this thing around as we get underway. Rose with the ball. Here's Salmons, trailing by 2. Here's Heinrich, dumps it off. Can't get it to go.
How much better a look do you need? Good mid-range shooter. Should have been money in the bank.
Come on, Drew Breezes.
To Chandler. On the wing, it's Larry Hughes. Down low. Magician. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
Well, the defense put pressure on him, and frankly, he'll miss some of those even when he's wide open.
Here's Heinrich. It's in for 3. He's got 11.
Great job to get back into this one, Kevin. They're playing hard and hanging right in there.
Seconds to shoot. The shot by Hughes, no good. Chicago leading. Here's Salmons. Curry snags it. It's stolen by Thomas. To Rose. Dang. Thomas inside. Curry meets him. Over Hughes. Nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. 6 points for him.
Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're lucky. They got lucky there.
Magician. The shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. 59 seconds left in the third. To Rose. Here's Salmons. Started by 4. With the wide open look, Salmons gets the bucket. And here's 4. Averaging 13 points a contest. Here's Magician. Kept alive.
This shit. Weakest
and here's 4. 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Curry, he's covered by Dang. Here's Magician. Gets another shot, and this time it counts.
Off a pass?
12 points for him.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
Rose dumps it off. Here's Heinrich. Misses the buzzer beater. Well, it's been an exciting game as we finish the third. The score is still close, 48-45. Derrick Rose has played well. 6 points and 6 assists.
Yeah, he's really impressed me with his playmaking, Kevin. He's not known as a...
Welcome back to what's been a fantastic game. Closely contested by 2 teams that obviously want to win it very badly as we begin play in this much-anticipated fourth quarter. And here is 4. Now Lee inside. Knocks it loose. Stolen away by Heinrich.
When someone's being that careless and sloppy with the ball, they're begging for it to be taken. These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard.
He gave me that weak-ass pass. I was setting a screen.
Wasn't careful with his position. Gets nailed with the backcourt violation. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. It's going to be Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic as they play host to the Detroit Pistons. It all gets underway at 7 o'clock Eastern.
You always want to get out of there with a win in that one.
Here's Dang. It's a 5-point game. Here's Thomas. Drains the easy jumper. Sweet touch by the 4-year man out of LSU. Lead pass. Now Lee inside.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Here comes Rose. 8 points for him. To Rose. Heinrich. Lee corrals it, but that's only his 2nd rebound so far. Tipped. Here comes Rose. Now here's Heinrich. To Heinrich. From long range. Snatched up. To the free throw line. Dang. Rose leads the game in assists.
They say the mid-range game is becoming a lost art in the NBA, but you certainly couldn't tell it from watching that play. What a sweet stroke.
And here is Chandler. Thomas is on it. With 1 on the clock. Chandler's shot good. Rose with the ball. 2:40 left in the fourth. Here's Heinrich.
You guys still a 10.
Hits the top leading jumper.
You got to close out on that mid-range jump shot. He's extremely deadly from there.
Bro.
Magician from short range. Kept alive. Here's...
Those are exactly the kind of plays that coaches just love to see. Get in there and run down those missed shots and pound them home.
Selmans. Blocked. Good D by Hughes. Here's Magician. Buries it.
That nigga said a screenshot. That's all that. I don't sprint. That nigga stamina. Right around the dumbass.
And moments ago, our very own Cheryl Miller had a chance to speak with Vinny Del Negro. Cheryl?
Thanks, Kev. He wants his squad to focus on pounding it down low. He said, dunk your layups, guys. That's what we want. We'll see if they can get it to the rim. Guys?
Thanks, Cheryl. Here's Dang. He's got 8.
Way to distribute the basketball.
The Knicks still have plenty of time.
Yeah, don't worry about the scoreboard here. Just make the most of each possession. Don't have any empty trips.
And here is 4. It's a 5-point game.
Fuck.
133 after the
right over
fourth.
my head.
Inside. Heinrich sinks
Boy,
it.
you gotta love the way he gets himself to the rack. He knows how to keep the ball away from the defenders and lay it in.
Chicago on D. 7-point differential. Here's Chandler. Scooped up.
There you go. Great anticipation and persistence for that putback jam.
Rose with the ball.
Trying to get one of them. Pop somebody out their boots. 3 ball. Let me know the game.
To Thomas.
Bro, why is he wide? Why is he cooking y'all?
Selmans.
He got dribble moves for.
Rose with the ball.
Unbelievable shot there. He's got that thing laser guided.
Here comes TJ Ford.
Very little time left here. They have the ball, but they're going to need big plays to pull this off.
Here's Hughes. Hits the 15-footer. Now here's Heinrich. 17 points in the game. Magician gets the reach-in call. That's his first foul. The Bulls with an excellent chance to put the nail in the coffin. And so here is Chicago. It's a 5-point game. Rose with the ball. The Knicks will go.
Bro, what's the point of doing that? All right, let's look at my stats. Oh, 14 points. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 turnovers, 7-11. We open all night with this shit, chat. I ain't going back. I'm finna quit. I'm finna start this game over, chat. I ain't gonna lie, it might be hard as hell to get that steal and block back, though. That's impressive. In game one of your NBA debut. That's impressive. But that 4 turnovers, though, that shit is diabolical. It was 2 bad passes, and I got ripped twice. Like, I know I could get 14 points again. I'm not worried about that. But that steal and that block, I know I could get a steal, but that block, that's suspicious, chat. We might have to just leave.
For the intentional foul.
But that intentional foul just pissed me off, bro. Let's see if I can get the rock in these last 20
Gets the
seconds.
first. That increases their lead to 6.
Nobody cares.
Perfect from the line, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there, and he drained them all to raise the lead.
The Knicks will call a full timeout. They're behind by 7. 18 seconds
lost,
left in
bro.
the
I
game.
want the last
Clark,
shot.
what's your take?
They're going to talk strategy or perhaps
but
what's on the dinner menu tonight. Because this one is really about over. They have no chance of winning this game.
Hughes.
no.
Good. Rose with the ball. He's got 12.
I was not expecting that bastard to shoot since I passed it. How many points does something got? Well, y'all chat MVP. This nigga got 12 points, chat. This nigga got 12. He 5 for 7. 12 points. 12 points. And chat MVP. This nigga Henrich got 17. This nigga a rookie, bro. Rookie Rose getting MVP.
Off on the first.
Yeah, you know you don't deserve that.
Sinks the second, and that increases their lead to 6.
Talk about a clutch free throw,
You
Kev.
should-
That one just might have sealed the game.
The Knicks call timeout
Just
here
might have,
and
bro.
take their last 22nd timeout. They trail by
No.
6. 8 seconds left to the fourth. Clark, what are your thoughts?
You have to be impressed by their tenacity. Still fighting, but the odds are definitely not in their favor. They need to hit a quick shot here, preferably a 3, and then
I think
5.
said there was
The
a bad
Bulls
shot.
win the
There was a
hard-fought
shot
game
for
as
the
they outlast the Knicks 65-50. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and
player of
me,
the game,
Kevin
man.
Harlan.
Y'all
Thanks
change
for
MVP
watching
for
the
this
NBA present.
My problem is, bro, like, what happened in the third quarter? When I went out and came back in, like, can I see about quarters? Where the quarters at? There we go, okay. Bro, we scored 4 points in the third quarter? Chat. It was before I got in. Like, I got in, I probably got in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Like, before I got into the fourth quarter, bro, into the third quarter, they was only down like 3 points. It was like, what happened? We was up like 5. We was up like 10 or something, you know what I'm saying? We was up like 7, 8 points. And then it was only down like 2 points, you know what I'm saying? And we only knew something was fishy, bro. When I came in, niggas wasn't, see? It wasn't me, chat. It was the script. Bro, something not right, bro. I knew something wasn't right, bro. I smelled it in the air. Four points in the third quarter is diabolical.
And now it's time for the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. And for the Bulls, Clark, what should they key in on?
Honestly, it's about Luol Deng snapping out of it. The last few games have been less than his best. His scoring numbers are way down. That's definitely a concern.
As for New York, Clark, what about the Knicks? What will be the key for them?
Well, Kev, Tyrus Thomas.
Rose with the ball. Last game he had 13.
Now
here's
D-Rose last game.
He's covering.
Even though it was early in the shot clock, that's an opportunity you can't pass up, Kevin.
Lee gets in close, and the basket good.
Great pass into the lane. He'll take that one every time.
To Dang. Here's Thomas. Shot is off. So the Knicks will take it the other way. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
When they had chances at the line, they couldn't execute well enough. When you're giving up 5, 6, 7 points that you usually can count on at the line, it's going to make it awfully hard to win when you have those kind of giveaways.
Rose with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Thomas. Here's Miller. It's blocked. They couldn't beat the buzzer. That's a turnover. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. take a look at the Bulls. Right there at the 2 spot. So good.
When it comes to free throw shooting, this team is one of the very best we have in the league. And quite simply, folks, it comes down to this. They've got outstanding shooters, plain and simple. There's no magic to it. They've got excellent shooters, and they knock down their free throws.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulls. Here's Hughes, averaging 12 points a game. And it'll go the other way. The Bulls turn it over. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Down hard. A monster throwdown. Wow. Boom. Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You got to love that.
Lee's got it. He's against Miller. Villanueva drops it in on the layup. 5 points in the game.
They're really giving them all they can handle here. The defense is having a hard time keeping up.
Rose with the ball. Kept alive from short range. Graceful finish. And as you mentioned, the defense a step slow trying to defend this offensive onslaught.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, when they're shooting at such a high percentage like they are, they're really difficult to beat.
Villanueva with the bucket.
Charlie Villanueva, Kevin, has a kind of a unique name, but a very versatile and talented game. I mean, this guy on offense can give it to you a number of ways. He's a tough matchup. I mean, he's 6'9", and can step out and knock down the three. He's agile and mobile. He can get to the rim. Offensively, he's a challenge. The question is, can he maintain consistency in producing points and rebounds and then continue to improve at the defensive end of the floor? But this guy has a nice package.
Here's Rose on the mark from 16 feet out. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
I didn't think we saw a real strong outing defensively from them, Kevin. And very few teams can get away with winning, maybe a handful of games, if that, relying solely on their offense.
Villanueva with the bucket.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Baseline. Miller inside. He's against Lee. And that one's good by Miller.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
And the Knicks with the ball. Leading by 5. Hughes good.
Fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
I don't think that was a fast break.
Here's Rose. Dumps it off. Heinrich hits the tray. He has 7.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
Here's Chandler. Frames it off the screen.
He'll make that shot all game long. The defense has got to get over the top of that screen.
The Knicks with the early lead.
Well, they're scoring with ease. They've definitely hit the ground running. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And we end an exciting first quarter. The score. Welcome back to the beginning of the second quarter. We're getting underway. Now here's Heinrich. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Rose with the ball. They trail by 7. Turnover by the Bulls. And a brief look now at who's leading the league in the rebound department. You look at Lee, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
When you talk about rebounders, this guy is relentless, and that's why he's one of the very best we have in the league. He goes after all rebounds. He never gives up on a missed shot. Whether it's near him or not, this guy's using his body, his quickness, his strength, and everything he has to beat people to rebound.
Kept alive. Here's Thomas. Rips it down with one hand. 8 points for him.
When he gets it that close, forget about it. It's all over.
And looking forward to next Sunday, it's a road game for the Houston Rockets as they travel to Louisiana to take on the Hornets at the New Orleans Arena. That game gets underway at 6 o'clock Eastern.
We'll see how it plays out.
You and I both like David Leak quite a bit.
Played at Florida, watched him develop there in his 4-year career. A late first-round draft choice who has found his niche in the NBA. He rebounds, runs the floor, and has developed a couple of nice little moves with his back to the basket. He's a crowd favorite in New York because he can do the hustle thing. So far today, they're showing a little more effort and hustle. They've got a small advantage on the glass right now.
Lee buries the short-range jumper. 6 points for him. Chicago trailing here. And that advantage you're talking about, Clark, certainly one of the factors in this league.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. Each of those rebounds are creating another scoring opportunity for them.
And so here's New York after the miss by the Bulls. The dump off to Chandler. Here's Ford. Scooped up. Here's Magician.
Oh my God.
Good!
Oh my God! Chad!
Now here's Heinrich. 17 points and back out. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Oh, trying to bump me. Who's like, for what? Pump fake for who? Step up, bitch.
Quickly, let's check out the Eastern Conference standings. The season in full bloom. You look at Chicago. A season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference. And checking out New York. A couple of spots below.
You know, this is the second game of a home and away. They lost on the road in the first meeting, and now in this next game, they're at home looking to redeem that loss.
Rose threw this one out of bounds and turns it over. Yesterday, there was some action in the NBA. Let's have a look. Win by the Kings at Arco Arena. The Celtics were defeated. It was success for the Nets on the road. No luck for the Bobcats in Charlotte. Out in Portland, the Trailblazers pick up the win as the Los Angeles Clippers are defeated. And that's all we have for you right now. And it's the Bulls with the ball after New York gets the 3. Dang backs in. Heinrich flips it in off the sweet pick. 9 points in the game so far.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
Right wing. Here's Magician. And Davis pulls it down. Here comes Kirk Heinrich. 9 points in the game so far. And for tomorrow night at 7:30, it'll be Kevin Garnett and the Boston Celtics. And they'll take on the Los Angeles Lakers. Start time, 7:30 Eastern.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right, you're right. And so here is New York after the Bulls pick up 2. And by Villanueva. Here's Douglas off the pick. Oh, just missing, but he'll get 2 shots at the line. It's going to be on Kirk Heinrich.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
He knocks down the first one. Some adjustments here for the Knicks. Now here's Heinrich, averaging 13 points a contest. Over Villanueva, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Rose with the ball, averaging 24 points per contest. To Dang. And the rebound goes to Villanueva. New York with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. 4 from deep. And Luol Deng pulls it down.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Got a hand on it. The Bulls will hold on to it.
Hey, chat. 2 games, 2 blocks. Bask in my glory.
Here's Salmons. Now here's Heinrich. Salmons to the wing. The handoff to Salmons. Rose. And to no one's surprise, it's off the mark. And the Knicks with the ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. To number 7. Here's Villanueva. Gently drops it in. 11 points in the game.
Easy look in the paint. The defense got abused there.
Here comes Rose. Chicago calls timeout. And a look at next Sunday. The Cleveland Cavaliers will be on the road. They'll be playing in Orlando to battle the Magic at Amway Arena. You can catch that game at 1 o'clock Eastern Time.
You always want to get out of there with a win in that one.
New York with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Magician, who's guarded by Davis. And the basket by Hill.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
Rose with the ball. Here's Miller to end the drought. Finishes with the soft touch.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
Here comes TJ Ford, averaging 13 points a contest. To number 7, throws it up. And
Wow, that better not have been a 3. What the hell I just go to? Once a game track. Okay.
it's Miller with the rebound. Here comes Rose. It's a 13-point game. Off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. They'll be taking on the Washington Wizards. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And it's the Bulls with the ball, trailing by 13. Dang. To Pargo, 5 on the shot clock. To the inside, here's Miller. He's guarded by Hill. The Bulls with the bucket. Here comes TJ Ford. Lee's got it. Hughes. Kept alive. Blows the dunk.
Well, that jam would have been something else. Key words being would have.
Cuts the score to single digits. He's got 8.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
The Knicks with the lead. Here's Hughes. Buckets the 3-ball. He's shooting 75% from three-point range. Here's Pargo. No good. And New York takes it the other way. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Stolen away by the Bulls.
Again, another turnover for him. He needs to do a better job of knowing where the defense is.
Rose with the ball. To Dang. Five on the shot clock. Rose from deep. Hill snatches it inside. You're talking about his turnovers. That's 2 this quarter.
Yeah, and that's a lot, Kevin. He's handling the ball, and he's just being a little careless with it. He has to be aware of where the defense is, and then do a good job of trying to keep his body between the ball and the defender so he's not turning it over as much.
Rose with the ball after the made shot from David Lee. Miller lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack. 6 points for him. Here's Lee. Misses the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 49-37. Charlie Villanueva has played his heart out. And so here is New York. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Magician. And Luol Deng pulls it down.
He's usually automatic from that close. The defense must have affected him.
Magician. The shot no good.
What the fuck?
Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Miller. On the perimeter. From 20 feet out. Scooped up. Here's Thomas. And Lee pulls it down.
The D served it up on the platter, and he still wasn't able to convert. He's got to be disappointed.
And here is Chandler, who's covered by Rose. Here's Ford, lays it in off the glass. And they increase their lead to 14.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. Solid effort.
To Miller. Tipped.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Magician, in close, lays it right in. Chicago calls timeout. Earlier, our very own Cheryl Miller had a chance to speak with Mike D'Antoni. Cheryl?
Hey guys, he was saying, let's get it in the paint, guys. They can't handle us down low. Let's see if that's the case, guys.
Okay, thanks. He's done a great job, Clark, of controlling the ball.
Boy, he sure has, Kevin. I mean, focus and quality ball handling. Very impressive. He's really had a positive impact on his team with that kind of work.
Rose with the ball, following the score by New York. Hughes covering. Shoots. Cannot hit. And New York takes it the other way. Now Lee inside for three. Rebound by Rose.
With nobody around, he can't get it to fall. Won't see that very often, folks.
A challenging stretch here for Chicago. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Stolen by Rose. Here comes Rose. Great anticipation.
I think this quarter particularly, we're seeing them having trouble keeping possession of the ball. Far too many turnovers right now.
Lee's got it. It's an 18-point game. He's against Miller. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Magician. Booking off the offensive rebound. And Clark, when you see the kind of plays where they're unable to run their offense, as a coach, you start getting concerned.
Oh, without question. I mean, you have plays set up, you know your players can run them, and then they throw the ball away. You don't like to see that. They're not concentrating, trying to make a play, but it's about court awareness, understanding not only where your teammates are, but where's the defense. You've got to be able to understand and see both.
The Knicks walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Bulls, 61-49. For his steady play, Charlie Villanueva is the Jordan Brand player of the game.
Yeah, Kevin, he was really stroking it. He shot the lights out, and there was just no one out on the floor who could stop him.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2.
Yep. I knew it. 7. 3 for 7. 2 rebounds, 6 assists. 1 steal and 1 block again, though, chat. That's back-to-back games, bro. You got to respect it. I'm going to do stamina next.
Let's check out the Sprite Ice Cold keys to the game. Clark, let's take a look at the Thunder for just a second. What's the key for them?
Well, you know, Larry Hughes is someone they can't forget about. He's a sniper from outside, so you better crowd him, get into him, or he'll pick you apart from deep.
As for New York, Clark, what about the Knicks? What do they need to keep in mind?
How about the ferocious...
And here is Durant, averaging 26 points a game. To Durant. Here's Thomas, hooking off the offensive rebound.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
Lee from short range. The shot is up. And the Thunder go the other way. And against New York here for the second time this season.
I think they did what they expected to in terms of their ability to control the flow of the game. You know, when you do that, you have success.
Here's Westbrook, averaging 18 points a game. Here's Thomas, and the rebound goes to David Lee. Oklahoma City on D. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They pretty much delivered a drubbing. I call it a drumming and drubbing. There wasn't a lot of fight back either.
Hughes good.
This is called you must extend your defense, especially on the three-point marksman.
And here is Durant. Hughes covering.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
The Knicks with the lead. Here's Magician. Hits the quick shot. Here's Westbrook. 2:14 left in the first. Westbrook. And here is Durant. Six seconds to shoot.
Looked like a clean block to me.
And he makes the first one. Clark is an up-tempo team.
Blinders. I didn't see
A
anything.
team that will go deep into the playoffs. We've had teams that have come close. Teams that will excite. Teams that will certainly draw a lot of attention because of the high numbers they rack up game in and game out. But can that team have the wherewithal to go through the playoffs and maybe make the finals? And who knows, even win a championship? Can that be done with that up-tempo style of play?
You know what, Kevin? It has not been done yet. You'd have to go back to the Lakers, the run-and-gun Lakers of the 80s, but they were a good defensive team as well. I think you need a combination. It's fine to play up-tempo, but you have to be able to defend consistently in the playoffs and also be able to go to your half-court game. As a fan and broadcaster, I would love to see an up-tempo team not only get to the finals, but win it. But that's only going to happen if that up-tempo team is solid defensively as well.
And the Knicks with the ball, following the shot by Kevin Durant.
Losing the battle on the boards here early. Not by a bunch, but here and there, just not quite in the best position.
Here's Westbrook. Not on the scoreboard yet. Harden gets in close, finishes with the soft touch.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
You know, so many times it's not what your team accomplishes, but what the other guys lack. They took advantage of a poor offensive outing, playing well enough themselves to come out on top.
And you're right about the boards, Clark. It seems like they're having a tough time.
Well, I think they need to do a better job of blocking out, Kevin, and just get settled in down there.
Here's Durant. Kept alive. Westbrook, high post. Swing pass. Here's Westbrook to Durant. 6 seconds to shoot. On the paint. Oh, barely misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Chandler.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
Durant shooting. He knocks down the first one. Some adjustments here for the Knicks. Here's Westbrook, looking for his first bucket of the game. And Durant gets it to go.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Here comes TJ Ford. And next Tuesday, you'll want to tune in. It's going to be the Hornets on a road quest as they make the trip to Cleveland to play the Cavaliers. That'll start 7 o'clock Eastern.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right. And here are the Thunder now. The Knicks making the shot. Durant backs in. The rebound by Hughes. Here comes TJ Ford, averaging 12 points a game. Seconds to shoot. Here's Curry. Nice move. The shot no good. And the Thunder go the other way. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Gets that one, but he's been having a tough game here offensively.
Here comes TJ Ford. Chandler takes a 3. A rebound by Jeff Green.
Wide open. That's just daring a guy to shoot the long ball. And he couldn't. You know, the development of Kevin Durant as an NBA player is kind of unique. I mean, he's a big guy, a long, tall guy, 6'9", but he grew up actually learning the skills of a smaller player. And he's actually put that on display a number of times during his one-year career at Texas, and then certainly in his couple of seasons in the NBA. This is a skilled big guy who's comfortable playing out on the perimeter.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Quickly, let's check out the Eastern Conference standings, the season in full bloom. You look at Atlanta, best team in the conference, really having a nice season and looking to maintain that through the playoffs. And of course, the New York Knicks, they have a lot of ground to make up. And here are the Thunder now. They trail by 1. Harden sinks it from about 9 feet out. Nice bucket by the rookie out of Arizona State.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
To Douglas. Here's Magician. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder go the other way. 2:30 left in the second. Here's Harden. Connects from in close. 6 points for him.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
Going away the down low. Pose there. Lee kisses it off the glass and in.
I enjoy it when teams run their offense from the inside out. They got in close there and made the most of it.
And a look at next Thursday. It's going to be LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. They'll face the Celtics out in Boston. That one is set for 8 o'clock Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch.
And the Knicks with the ball. The Thunder making the shot. Deflected. Stolen by the Thunder. Here's Cephalosha. 2 hands for safety.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfect.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Let's now take a moment to view the league's leading rebounders. You look at Lee, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
When you talk about rebounders, this guy is relentless, and that's why he's one of the very best we have in the league. He goes after all rebounds. He never gives up on a missed shot. Whether it's near him or not, this guy is using his body, his quickness, his strength, and everything he has to beat people to rebound.
Here's Magician. Drops it in on the layup. He's got 8.
What an acrobatic finish. I love the dunk, but you got to give it up for that kind of layup.
To Green.
Just too difficult to squeeze that pass low.
Up ahead. Ford takes it up. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack. The Thunder with the lead. Thomas backs him down. Inside, flushes it with the one-handed jam. They're in front, 27-24. Here's Ford, sticks it from 17 feet. Here's Westbrook, still looking to get on the scoreboard. Here's Harden. Yes, from downtown. He's got 9.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter, after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Magician connects.
Nice bucket there. He isn't naturally quick, but he's deceptive. He kept the defense off balance and then took it to the rack.
Here's Westbrook. Can't get the buzzer beater.
This has been a fast-paced game, Kevin.
Yeah, both teams are lighting up the scoreboard. And that concludes the first half. The score, 30-28. Let's now go to studio for the T-Mobile halftime. The start of the second half about to get underway. It's been a great game so far. A lot of action up and down the floor. This second half promises to be the same. Here's Westbrook. And it's the Thunder with the ball. To Durant. Harden. Here's Westbrook for 3. Gets the bucket.
Well, the D will live with that one. That's really not his range. So even though he bagged the 3, I figure they'll still let him shoot those.
Earlier, our very own Cheryl Miller had a chance to speak with Mike D'Antoni. Cheryl?
Hey, Cal, he said the answer is simple. They need to step it up. And Coach feels they aren't playing at the level they're capable of, and it's time to bring their A games out to finish this game. That's the latest from courtside, Kev.
Thanks, Cheryl. And here is Durant. The Knicks making the shot. Green backs down. Shoots from the post. Curry corrals the miss off the defensive glass. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Curry. Laid in softly off the glass. They increase their lead to 4.
Yeah, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
Right wing. Great anticipation.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it. A tough sequence there.
Double clutched and laid in by Magician. 14 points for him.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. Look at Oklahoma City, a great free throw team, 3rd in the league.
This is one of the top free throw shooting teams in the league because they work at it. Believe me, they spend a lot of time working on their free throw shooting, and it shows up in game. That's why they're one of the league's best.
On defense, New York, 6-point game. Love outright. He's against Lee. Money with the post shot. Sweet touch by the 4-year man out of Cal. The Knicks clinging to a small lead.
They could use a basket here, Kevin. It's getting close.
To Lee. The shot misses. So Oklahoma City will take it the other way.
Yeah, Kevin, his normally excellent field goal percentage, one of the keys to the game. But no such luck. He's struggling big time.
New York on D. They lead by 4. Durant dunks it down with both hands. He completes the three-point play. And here is 4. 47 seconds left in the third. Here's Hughes. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Trailblazers. Here in the middle of the season, they're in great shape, sitting atop the conference. And, of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder, 8.5 games behind them.
Both teams really matching up well on the board. We've got ourselves a pretty good game here, Kevin.
Poe for the lead, lays it right in. 6 points for him. And I agree, not only matching up off the glass, but in scoring as well.
Yeah, and sometimes it really comes down to maybe 3 or 4 possessions, a couple of consecutive second chance opportunities, maybe a couple of stops. That ends up perhaps making the difference, Kevin.
Magician backs in, lead to the right corner. Here's Ford, buries the corner jumper. Well, it's been an exciting game as we finish the third. The score still close, 45-44. Magician came to play. 14 points and 2 assists.
Boy, he's having quite a game, isn't he, Kevin? He's not considered to be one of their top players, but he has given them a big boost.
The fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game.
Bask in my glory.
Welcome back to what's been a fantastic game, closely contested by 2 teams obviously want to win it very badly as we begin play in this much-anticipated fourth quarter. And here's 4. He's got 6. Here's Ford. Durant corrals it, but that's only his second rebound so far. Green. Oh! Jams it in two-handed. And here is 4. To Chandler. Here's Magician. Gets the bucket from 20 feet away. They're up 47-46. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. A look now as we get a chance to see the results from yesterday. For the Pistons, a good game in Detroit as the Milwaukee Bucks lose. It's a road loss for the Hawks. Phoenix gets a dub. Out at the Oracle Arena, a win for the Warriors. Utah Jazz with the loss. And that's all we have for you right now. And the Knicks with the ball, the Thunder making the shot. He in the post. Kristich is there. From short range.
When the margin's this tight, every basket starts to take on a little bit more meaning.
Oklahoma City trailing. Dumps it off. The turnover by Oklahoma City. One event to look forward to will be next Friday. We'll see Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll play host to the Philadelphia 76ers. That one gets underway at 7:30 Eastern.
They're a lot of fun to watch right now.
You're right. Chandler threw this one out of bounds and turns it over. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. They're facing the San Antonio Spurs. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Thomas will head to the bench. Here's Westbrook. About 3.5 minutes left in the fourth. Here's Durant. Dumps it off. Poe. It's good. Nice offensive rebound.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Here's Chandler. Misses the tray.
They got to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
down low. Poe down low. Chandler on him. Westbrook leads the game in assists.
He's on fire, Kevin. Just keep giving him the orange.
Ford from close range. Flips it in for two.
These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
The Thunder with the lead. The Thunder take a full timeout. They're in front by one. 2:34 left in the game. Earlier, our very own Cheryl Miller had a chance to speak with Mike D'Antoni. Cheryl?
Hey, guys, he told them, finish strong inside. I want dunks, layups, or free throws. He made it pretty plain. He wanted them in attack mode. Kevin.
Thank you, Cheryl. And here is Green. 6 points for him. 6 seconds to shoot. In close. Here's Green. Gets another shot, and this time it counts.
Effortless, soft layup. Nice play.
New York trailing. To Hughes. Magician. Fires. That's good.
Well, he's not a premier scorer, but he's contributed big time on the offensive end today.
The Thunder call timeout here and take their last 22nd timeout. They're ahead by one. 1:55 left to the fourth. Here's Westbrook. Dumps it down with one hand. And here is Ford. It's a 3-point game. Here's Hughes from 11 feet away. No good. So Oklahoma City will take it the other way. Stripped away by Chandler. And so here's New York. Magician sinks it.
These teams have gone back and forth all game long.
A tight game here in New York. To the right wing. Green down low. And that is good.
Way to distribute the basketball.
And here is Ford. He's got 8. Here's Ford. No good. So Oklahoma City will take it the other way. Less than 1 minute left. Back. Here's Westbrook. He's got 5. From inside, and Lee pulls it down.
He's usually automatic from that close. The defense must have affected him.
And the Knicks with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Ford, no what.
Hey, my man, a word to the wise. There is a reason you're that open. Leave that shot alone.
The Knicks will go for the intentional foul. Collison will leave the floor. And here is Durant. The Thunder are going to burn a few seconds off the clock.
They got the lead. Might as well milk some time off the clock here.
The Knicks will foul to stop the clock.
Good decision, Kev. They're playing against 2 opponents now. The other team's flush the shot clock.
Sinks the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Perfect from the line, and it's a 5-point ballgame.
Didn't hit them all, but didn't need to. That should seal this one up.
The Knicks call time. They're behind by 5. 11 seconds left in the game. Mark, what do you think?
Well, they need to stretch the game out here. You take a quick shot and then foul and hope they tighten up at the line.
And here is Chandler. The turnaround J.
Way to square up off the quick turnaround. That's textbook, and it's pretty.
The Thunder take their last timeout. They lead by 3. 2 seconds left to the fourth. Collison is in at center. The Thunder win the hard-fought game as they outlast the Knicks 60-57. For his steady play, Kevin Durant. Time for us to say goodbye. For Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this.
20 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 10 for 13. $788. I'll be right back before I start this next game, chat. I'm back. Oh man, we playing the Bucks. This the team McLovin went to. And I'm starting?
Magician is in the starting roster for the first time.
Well, he hasn't solidified himself yet in the NBA, but this is a guy that I think has a chance to be a solid pro. I don't think he'll ever be a star, but if he can maintain the right work ethic and attitude, I think there's a place in the league for him.
Now, Mbamute, averaging 6 points per contest. To the left block. And now it's time for the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. All right, so Clark, taking a look at the Bucks, what's going to be the key for them?
Well, Nate Robinson is a guy they definitely need to account for. The NBA hardwood is one of the few places where stealing is encouraged, and he's the master. If you get casual with the ball around him, he'll pick your pocket.
As for New York, Clark, what about the Knicks? What do they need to keep in mind?
How about the ferocious glass eater David Lee? This guy gobbles up rebounds and shoots a high percentage too. Love that up and down pace because he's a big man that can run the floor.
Oh, this should be fun to watch. Thank you, Clark.
Kevin, a guy that I thought really started to make some significant progress last season was Andrew Bogut, and then he was derailed by injury. But this guy is rebounding his position well before getting hurt, starting to score a little more consistently. And you know, when he went down, Milwaukee really missed his presence. See, when you have a big guy that consistently gives you double-doubles and is somebody the other team has to game plan for a bit, you really miss that kind of attribute.
So it's Milwaukee now, following the score by New York. Warren wasn't watching the line there. That's going to be an over and back. Villanueva is in at power forward. Now Robinson had a tough time getting going against the Thunder. He was a non-factor in that game. From just inside the arc, kept alive. Here's Magician. Count it. The rebound pays off.
Nice. Big momentum build with those second chance points.
Bogut down low. He's against Lee. Intercepted by Robinson.
Not enough room for that pass to be made.
Misses the layup.
No way I can
On offense here, the Bucks trailing by 2. defeated by the Bobcats in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
We saw him play a good game of basketball, Kevin. But when you're outmatched, your good is going up against their great. That makes it hard to win.
And the Knicks with the ball, following the three by Milwaukee. Bogut corrals the miss inside. 2:30 left in the first. Warren, he's guarded by Chandler. Puts up the baby hook. No good. And New York takes it the other way. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
They barely got the win. I mean, it wasn't one of their better performances as a team, but you know what? It was good enough. And at the end of the day, they did enough things right to get the win. Why anyone would want to leave this guy alone deep is beyond me.
Ridnow dumps it off. Here's Warwick. The two-handed jam. And here we go with Nate Robinson, averaging 20 points per game. Here's Magician. And Bopper yanks it down inside.
I knew what I'm upgrading after my stamina.
To Red, gets in close, laid in softly off the glass.
Well, Kevin, you know I've got to give some love to a fellow Buckeye. M. Red, Michael Red, the sweet shooting lefty from Columbus, Ohio, and the Ohio State University. Boy, he went down with injury late in the season for Milwaukee, and like Bogut, that hurt the Bucks because this guy's a classy performer, a leader, a scorer, and a clutch shot maker. They missed all of that when he went down.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
I've been lying my ass off.
Let's now take a moment to view the league's leading rebounders. You look at Lee, third in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
When you talk about rebounders, this guy is relentless, and that's why he's one of the very best we have in the league. He goes after all rebounds. He never gives up on a missed shot. Whether it's near him or not, this guy's using his body, his quickness, his strength, and everything he has to beat people to rebound. Great D leads to easy offense.
And Bopper.
That's a good name.
Kerr gets the board inside. The Knicks with the lead. Magician, guarded by Red. Hughes converts the difficult shot. And here are the Bucks now. 4-point game. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Red, dumps it off. Here's Bell, buries the triple.
His offense normally comes and goes, but he'll take that bucket.
Here comes Nate Robinson to Curry. The Knicks with the slight lead.
They've been very active with their hands going for steals. They've really been disruptive on defense. Still, their defense has been less than stellar.
All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. And here is Ford. His last outing, he had 8 points. And the Knicks with the ball. Inside, and Bopper lays it in. Sweet dime to lead into the rack. Nice bucket by the 2-year man out of UCLA. And here is Ford, averaging 12 points a game. The tray, the shot, no good. And the Bucks going the other way right now.
Somebody stop him.
The handoff to Ridnour connects from in close. 5 points in the game.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
Here's Magician, nails it from the wing.
He detected the early opening there and took advantage. That's a smart decision.
Here is Mbamute, hits. Nice pass, leading into the bucket. And here is Ford. Hughes. Off target for 3. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Red. Drops it in from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
Boy, Kevin, Red has a unique release, but he's worked hard at it. It's a quick trigger, and it's really kind of unorthodox. But the bottom line is he's a career 40% three-point shooter, so you can't leave him alone behind the arc.
And here are the Bucks now. They lead by 4. Here is Mbamute. It's blocked. New York trailing. Hughes. Off the mark with the 3 ball.
They're going to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Every pass he gets, he forces to a shot.
Bogut down low. Curry meets him. Puts up the baby hook. No good from Bogut.
The D served it up on the platter, and he still wasn't able to convert. He's got to be disappointed.
Lee's got it. Picked by Lee. Here's Hughes. Got a hand on it, but they get it back. Still can't get it to fall.
I think he's really starting to lose confidence in his shot. Those misses are getting to him.
Time to tune in tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern. It'll be Hasheem Thabeet and the Memphis Grizzlies. They'll be hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. That'll start at 7 o'clock Eastern.
We'll see how it plays out.
6 seconds to shoot. The 3 was off target by Rignac. Here comes Nate Robinson to Chandler. Hands it off. Magician backs in with the fadeaway, kept alive. The turnover by New York. As we grind through the season, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at New York. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference. And of course, the Milwaukee Bucks, 9 games back.
Boy, they've really struggled sliding south in a big way here. So the confidence has waned. As a matter of fact, it's starting to disappear. But on a one win can flip the script and hopefully get them back on the right track. We'll see if that can happen.
Now, Mbamute. 5 on the shot clock. Rignac to number 23 to end the drought. Curry rips down the defensive board.
If the shot's not within your range, don't take it. That's very simple.
The dump off to number 7. Here's Robinson. Scooped up. To Chandler. Got a piece of it. To the elbow. Curry. He's guarded by Mbamute. To the perimeter. Chandler. Can't cash in his first shot.
That shot didn't have a chance.
Cutting back
Doesn't
down,
have the softest touch, and the defense was in his jersey. Got to look for a better shot.
New York on D, trailing by 4 to number 23. And the rebound goes to Nate Robinson. And here is Chandler.
They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Takes a 3. And Mbamute inhales it. Delfino for 3. Can't get the buzzer beater.
The Bucks have a decent lead here,
but not insurmountable. They'll need to keep it up. The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. The score, 21-17. Let's go to the T-Mobile halftime. Welcome everyone. The second half of this 2K Sports NBA presentation getting underway. We've got quite a battle going on in this one. Here comes Nate Robinson. Dumps it off to number 7. Here's Robinson. Can't get it to fall from downtown.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Throws it up. Now Robinson. Right wing. Curry is inside. Bogut on him. Here's Magician.
No fucking way. That was not
So
a
it's
bad shot. I
Milwaukee.
got blocked.
6-point game. Ridnow drops it in on the layup. He has 7.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfect.
Here's Lee. Scooped up. Here's Chandler. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the ramp. Sweet touch by the third-year man out of DePaul. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Around the league, here we go. A recap from yesterday. It was success for the Spurs on the road. No luck for the Pistons in Detroit. Houston with the road win.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
So it's Milwaukee. 9-point game.
You can't fault that shot since he was wide open, but he may have rushed it just a little bit.
Bell hits from long range. They're in front, 45-33. Here comes TJ Ford. Here's Magician, frames it from just inside the three-point line.
He's definitely playing hurt, but you can't count him out. He's always going to give 100%, even if his body is only at 50%.
So it's Milwaukee.
They said I'm playing
Here's
hurt. I'm
Red.
injured.
No luck on the
How
three-point
did I get
attempt.
injured?
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Magician from short range. Bogut has it, and that's his 11th rebound of the game. Here's Milwaukee now. 10-point lead. Here's Bogut. Lays it in off the glass.
He saw the height mismatch and went to work immediately. That's smart basketball.
To Hughes. Tipped. Here's Lee. Kisses it off the glass and in.
Nice speed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
The Bucks will call a full timeout. They're up by 10. 2:46 left in the fourth. Now let's go over to Cheryl Miller. Cheryl.
Well, guys, I had a chance to talk with the Knicks. He wants his team to loosen up offensively. He said, we're passing on too many open looks. If you got a good look, take it. These are shots we can make. That's something most players don't mind hearing. Kevin.
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. And so here is New York after the miss by Milwaukee. And here are the Bucks. The Bucks should slow it down here and use some clock. And Bopper Ridnow leads the game in assists.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
Hughes. Off the mark from 3.
Decent look there, but not for him. He's been struggling all game long.
Here is Mbamute. Nice shot, but what an assist by Ridnow. And he's got a double-double. And here we go with Nate Robinson. He's got 6. Here's Magician inside. Graceful finish.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
And here is Red. Got the stop thanks to the block by Chandler. And so here is New York, trailing by 10. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Boy, this was an up-and-down affair. I mean, back and forth. I thought they had a very competitive outing, but just ran out of gas towards the end. The pace was furious.
And here are the Bucks now, following the 3 from Nate Robinson. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks.
Down court, Chet.
Ridnow really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's really doing a great job of finding the open man, and he has his team working in harmony because of it. It's like he has a second set of eyes.
He is doing such a great job of distributing, Clark. How do you counteract that?
They need to put more pressure on the ball and to try to force him to give it up before he gets comfortable.
Lee's got it. The Bucks missing that time.
Very little time left here. They have the ball, but they are going to need big plays to pull this off.
Down low. Robinson nails the baby hook.
He's starting to pick up his game in this half.
Here's Milwaukee now. It's a 5-point game. Less than 1 minute left. Ridnow to the wing. Here's Red. Buries the short-range jumper. He's shooting 25% from downtown.
Under a minute to go, and the game is all but over.
Here's Lee from inside. Finishes with the soft touch. They narrow it to 5.
He isn't known for his soft touch at the rim, but he did a really nice job of laying it in with defenders lurking.
And here are the Bucks. They've held a 12-point lead early.
Found him to prevent the easy basket. He'll have to earn it at the line.
It's the first. That increases their lead to 6. Perfect from the line, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. He drained them all to raise the lead.
The Knicks will take a timeout. They're losing by 7. 18 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
They're still trying to claw their way back into this game, but it's futile right now. It would take a couple of miracles for them to win this one.
Sinks the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Gets them both, and it's a 7-point ball game. And so here's New York. They trail by 7.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
The Bucks win the hard-fought game as they outlast the Knicks 57-50. Luke Ridnour is the Jordan Brand. Time for us to say goodbye. For Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation.
12 points, 6 for 14, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. All right, get one more in. I was not looking. I was looking at don't know what my challenges are. I don't think I care to.
Now let's check out the Sprite Ice Cold
I'm
keys
still
to the game.
starting, chat. That's
As we
what
take a
matters.
look at the Knicks, Clark, what should they keep in mind?
Rajon Rondo is definitely a guy they need to
31
account
days to
for. The
get to
leading
the
assist
league.
man in the
That's
NBA. He's at the helm
3 games
offensively.
to
He
get
runs
to
the
the
show.
starting
But
position.
the difficulty is if you play the pass, then he's going to get baskets too. So you've got to be ready to defend him honestly. Play him for his scoring ability, but also be ready to get your hands in the passing lane.
Now, Clark, what about Boston? What do they need to do to secure a win?
No
Paul
fucking
Pierce.
way.
Well, they call him the truth. He brings much in the clutch.
even
He can get
sprint,
to the
and I
rim.
literally
He
just
can
turned
shoot the
around.
three. He's able to get to the lane and draw fouls. There's nothing he can't do offensively.
Boy, you've covered it all. Getting better with age almost.
He really is. He's finding other people, but his greatest asset is his ability to score the ball from anywhere.
Now Allen, Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Gets in close,
Oh, wow.
kisses it off the glass and in. I know all the other Celtic teammates he has are enjoying themselves, but when you think of Ray Allen, And the route he has taken to get to where he was as a world champion with this Boston team, to know his single individual skill set. You feel very good for this guy and what he's been able to accomplish, and cap it off with the win.
Yeah, he's always been one of my favorite players. I covered him a lot in college, always very thoughtful and cerebral in how he approached the game and how he handled himself off the court. And you couldn't be happier for a guy when you think of Ray Allen. And then you think about that sweet jump shot.
Oh, is that as good a stroke as you've seen in the NBA?
It's one of the best. He's one of the guys that I could just sit in the gym, me and him and somebody else rebounding the ball for him and just watch him shoot, because it's a thing of beauty.
And so here's New York following the score by Kevin Garnett. Down low, here's Pierce. Fired short, but gets the kind roll and goes in. Now Robinson. 11-point game his last outing. To Curry. Deflects the pass. The Knicks retain possession. Villanueva is in it powerful. Lee's got it, averaging 12 points a game. Kept alive. The three. Robinson, that's good.
This is called you must extend your defense, especially on the three-point marksman.
Allen. Now Garnett. With the fadeaway. You watched a lot of Kevin Garnett. Is he the most intense NBA player you've ever seen?
I tell you what, he's right up there. And I don't know if anybody has a more intense pregame mantra than KG does. I mean, the way he goes up against the basket, stanchion and support, and makes all kind of machinations with his mouth, and looks into the crowd and talks to himself before the jump ball. But he's been doing that since he came into the league. I mean, I knew Sam Mitchell was a teammate of his in Minnesota, and he said this young guy is something else. And that's been who he is and who he's been throughout his career. So I don't know if there's anybody that's ever been more intense in getting ready to play day in and day out than Kevin Garnett.
Garnett nails the bank shot. 8 points for him.
So far, they haven't found a way to stop him this quarter. He's really been active.
Poked away.
I think this quarter particularly, we're seeing them having trouble keeping possession of the ball. Far too many turnovers right now.
Here's Wallace. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Pierce. And the rebound goes to Villanueva. And Clark, when you see the kind of plays where they're unable to run their offense, as a coach, you start getting concerned.
Oh, without question. I mean, you have plays set up, you know your players can run them, and then they throw the ball away. You don't like to see that. They're not concentrating, trying to make a play, but it's about court awareness, understanding not only where your teammates are, but where's the defense. You've got to be able to understand and see both.
New York trailing. The Knicks will retain possession. Now a chance to see the NBA leaders in steals as you take a look at Rondo, one of the league's best, third in steals.
What makes him one of the very best at coming up with steals, he's got the long reach, the long arms, but he's got quickness and anticipation as well. And it's one thing to have those ingredients, but it's another to use them smartly at the defensive end of the floor. And for a coach to have a guy like this, it really frees you up. You just let this guy roam, and he's going to make plays for you at the defensive end.
Here's Hughes. His last outing, he had 8 points.
He really needs to hit that consistently, or they'll just keep letting him shoot it.
Here's Pierce. Drains it from short range.
They're really giving him all they can handle here. The defense is having a hard time keeping up.
The Knicks looking for a basket to put an end to this run.
Yeah, they need a bucket soon before this gets out of hand.
And the Knicks with the ball. 9-point game. Curry is inside. He's against Perkins. Robinson. A missed three. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Pierce. The steal by Magician.
You have to play smart with the ball in your hand.
The Celtics have taken the early lead.
Well, they're scoring with ease. They've definitely hit the ground running. Let's see.
Welcome back. We're glad you're with us. The second quarter should begin in just a moment. And here is Ford. And looking forward to this Saturday. Now Robinson. 9-point game. The handoff to Robinson. Here's Magician. It's blocked. And here we go with Rajon Rondo. 9-point game. Allen, that's good.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Boston on D. 11-point game. And Pierce pulls it down.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
To Pierce. Here's Allen. No luck on the three-point attempt.
You can't fault that shot since he was wide open, but he may have rushed it just a little bit. Way too many turnovers from him in this one, Kevin.
Allen. It's in for 3. 7 points in the game. Here comes T.J. Ford. Here's Curry. Oh!
He's not the guy you would expect to compete in the dunk contest, but he can still throw it down when he needs to.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Their field goal percentage was poor. That's the only way I can describe it. It was woeful. They know they can't come out and expect to get on top by shooting Porter. They got to do a better job with their shot selection and offensive execution.
Now Robinson, following the score by Kevin Garnett. Curry backs him down. Can't get it to go. So Boston will take it the other way. And against New York here for the second time this season.
Well, they just never seem to get untracked. They struggle to get into their usual groove. I mean, it seemed like they were disjointed and off balance and tentative all game long.
Here's Allen. Cracks it in on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
Chandler. Let's go with the 3. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Boston dictating the flow. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Yeah, just throwing up prayers, bro.
Get it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
And here we go with Nate Robinson, averaging 20 points per game. Magician gets the bucket from 20 feet away. Nice bucket by the rookie out of Georgia.
Well, he knocked that one down, but it wasn't the best shot selection. With so much time left on the clock, you ought to work it around and look for a better shot.
Here's Pierce. His last outing, 16 points for him. Drains the easy jumper.
20 points I got, Chad. 6. 3 for 6.
I love that they're staying aggressive and just keep piling on the point.
And
Who's
the
that
Knicks
D
decide
plus
to
that
take their first
threw
time out
me,
here.
bro? I looked
This
up and I'm
game
like,
coming
no,
after a
D.
loss against the
The
Bucks.
fuck?
One area that was
Yeah,
really
that
lacking
was
was their
doing.
judgment beyond the arc. If you're having a rough day back there from deep, please, son, just don't keep jacking up threes, okay? Let's get it inside every now and then.
No good. So Boston will take it the other way.
Kevin, they've got the edge here in rebounding. They're doing a good job of blocking out and then pursuing the basketball. That's good fundamental action.
And here are the Celtics now. It's an 18-point lead. And Clark, as you were saying, with today's athletes, the difference usually does come down to good technique and certainly fundamentals.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. Everybody in the NBA is an athlete, so you've got to take care of your business in a fundamental way, especially when it comes to rebounding.
Kept alive. Here's Magician, booking off the offensive rebound. He's got 8.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Now Garnett.
What the hell going on with dude's neck?
Dumps it off. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Walker. The shot is off. And New York takes it the other way. Inside the Villanueva. Lays it in off the glass.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
To Garnett. Unloads from 9. And it's Ford with the rebound. Here comes TJ Ford. Magician nails it from close range. He's got 10.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
Here's Allen. Connects from the high post.
He's going to go-to guy for him here in the quarter. Doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Allen. The Celtics
have been red hot offensively.
Yeah, but we've still got 2 quarters to play. Anything can happen. And that concludes the first half. The score, 31-17. Okay, it's time for our T-Mobile. Hello and welcome back. We're glad you're with us. The NBA so many times comes down to a game of runs, and we'll see if a run here will turn this thing around as we get underway. Now Robinson, high post. Lee in the posts. Picked by Lee. It's tipped. The steal by the Celtics.
And you know, he's really struggled this game holding on to the basketball.
To Pierce. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
How is it
He's got 8.
as somebody struggling to hold on?
Here comes Nate Robinson. And the amount of giveaways from him, unexpected.
Totally unexpected, Kevin. I mean, you just don't look for him to turn the ball over like that. You really don't expect it from anybody. He's just having a really tough go of it.
And here are the Celtics now. The Knicks making the shot. Pierce. Now Garnett. Left wing, here's Rondo, and the rebound goes to David Lee.
How much better a look do you need? Good mid-range shooter, should have been money in the bank.
Magician, from inside, lays it right in.
Not bad, partner. If he keeps this up and they can get a few stops, they should be able to narrow this margin.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Free throws, such an important part of the game. Here are the league leaders in that department. You look at Allen, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
Boy, his routine is flawless. He does the same thing every time, and the result is pretty much the same. Cash money from the strike.
On defense, New York, down by 12. Thrown down by Rondo.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
And here we go with Nate Robinson. Here's Magician. The shot misses. And the Celtics go with it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. He's guarded by Hill. From 6 feet, hits the left rim and out. New York with the ball. It's a 14-point game. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And it's the Celtics with the ball, following the Knicks miss. Here's Garnett. Hill snatches it inside.
Tough miss. They got a good look, just couldn't capitalize.
Right wing, Curry. Kept alive. Here's Hughes. Sinks the open shot. Rondo with it, averaging 14 points a game. To Allen. Pierce lays it right in.
Well, he's lighting it up, and that surprises no one. This guy is just a dynamite scorer.
New York calls timeout. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Celtics. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And, of course, the Knicks. 7.5 games away.
You know, they've not had any trouble with this team so far. They're undefeated against them in their prior meetings, so you would think that they've got tremendous...
Jesus Christ.
Rondo with it.
I sit out the whole third quarter.
Now Allen. Over Hughes. Scooped up. Here's Garnett. Hangs in the air. Chokes on the layup.
He tried to add a little flavor to that one. Maybe was thinking about the highlight reel, but then he missed the shot.
And so here is New York. The Knicks with the turnover.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
I said out the whole third quarter, bro.
And here are the Celtics now.
Well, they got Joakim Noel.
Tipped. They're just not doing as good a job of managing turnovers here, Kevin, after keeping them down early.
The breakaway basket by Magician. And it's the Celtics with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Number 35 hits the tray.
Solid double-digit lead. Looks like now they'll just coast to the finish line.
Here comes Nate Robinson. 8 points for him. Picked by Lee to Chandler. Nets it from the wing. Like you were saying, turnovers becoming more prevalent.
Yeah, Kevin, they had really done a nice job holding on to the ball earlier in this game, and they're losing their focus a little bit here now. They got to get back to concentrating and making the simple play. Keep it simple.
Here's Giddens. Connects on the baseline jumper. They're up 61-38.
Kevin, not much they can do right now. Time is not on their side.
Here's Magician. Scooped up. Curry buries the free throw line jumper.
Nice speed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
Magician is whistled for reaching in. That's his second foul of the game.
He's trying to do something to get his team fired up. But I'll tell you what, committing silly fouls like that isn't going to do it.
The Celtics cruise to a win as they blow out the Knicks 61-40. For his steady play, Paul Pierce.
What the fuck was that?
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K.
Like, did I fall asleep? Like, did I miss something? Like, just sworn it was like the end of the second. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 minutes. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second, and then I go to the bench and I come back in, bro. It's fourth quarter. Like, what? Did I miss something? I swear. 14 points. More than my whole team. Ooh-wee. Now I see why I'm a starter after fucking 3 games. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 7 for 13. Chat. It took me 31 days to make it out of the D-League. Game 3, I dropped 20 points. Game 4, I'm a starter. Game 5, I'm still starting. It took me 3 games to become a starter in the NBA. That's very impressive. But when you're looking at my team, it's no wonder I made starting 5 in the first 3 games, chat. Ain't nobody dropping 10 points. I'm going to always go out there and drop 10. You know what I'm saying? Besides the last game, I dropped 7. You know what I'm saying? But I dropped 7 in my first starter game, and I still came out the next starter game, dropped 14. Like, but before that, I dropped 20. Like, that's how I got out here. I'm confused. I mean, I'm not confused, but, you know, like, I'm confused. Like, what the hell? I'm confused about that third quarter. Like, what happened, bro? Like, I didn't get no skill points. Left with 135 skill points. Like, well, I can't do nothing with that. Yeah, that go up 1. That's weak as shit. Shit. I'm in the video here, chat. I'm gonna get back on later. I'll probably get on something later. Get on something else later before I get back on 2K. But it's like 3:30 in the morning. And I do gotta go to work today, so need to go eat more than anything. But if you made it this far, much love, much appreciation, chat. Barry is in New York, Knicker, Bopper. Keep it crispy, chat. Keep it crispy.